Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DustinYDU, and welcome back to more dating advice. You know, one thing I noticed, we do a lot of different things at this channel, right? We do dating advice. Sometimes we do some sort of vlog, maybe a little vlog with my cat, who's nowhere to be seen right now, which is not normal for her. Some of it's funny, some of it's serious. We do a little bit of everything. But this one is dating advice, and it's not meant to be funny, although sometimes, it just writes itself. So how often has this happened to you? You meet someone new, someone amazing, someone you like. They love animals. They're good looking. They love video games. They love everything you do. You have so much in common, it's not even funny. And they're gorgeous. I mean, it's literally everything you've been looking for in a person, right? Guy or girl, doesn't really matter. Either way, they match your personality exactly, and you've been waiting for this person. And you two get along quite well. Every time you see each other, you're laughing at each other's jokes. You get into very engaging conversation of the topic that interests you greatly, and you can tell by the look in their eyes, they are greatly interested in this topic also. So, great chemistry, right? So after some time, and you take your time because you don't want to fuck it up, you finally get the nerve to ask them out. Maybe you're taking some time to get more confident in talking to them. More confident in talking to random strangers, maybe. Maybe you saw my last video that talks all about talking to random strangers, just getting out of your bubble to be more open and friendly towards everybody. My last video is in the description, by the way, in case you're interested. But you don't fuck it up. You ask for their number. They excitedly give you their number. And you're like, yes, I got this. So the next couple days, you're messaging each other quite a bit, right? And it's not like you're messaging them a lot and they're not messaging you a lot. It's strictly back and forth, right? You're having a really good conversation with this person. Things are working out so well. So finally, the topic comes up, whoever brings it up. So when are we going on a date? And you're just like, yes, I can't wait to go on a date. And you two are discussing when's a good time to go on a date. The next day, you get up, morning routine, you have your coffee, you have your breakfast, you take time to wake up. Maybe you wait until after lunchtime because a lot of people don't like to message people in the morning. Maybe you take care of chores, maybe you go to work, you got friggin' dishes to do. They've been piling up in the sink for a week. But this person is all on your mind. It's literally all you think about because you like this person. You really like this person. And if I know anything about you, it takes a lot for you to get to like a person. So you send them a message, a simple, hey, hello, how are you? How's it going today? What's up, fam? And all day goes by. All day. Nighttime comes around and they have not answered you yet, which is weird because they've been answering you nonstop for the past couple days. But maybe they're busy. Yeah, that's it. I mean, they're not like every other American where their face is glued to their phone 24/7. People check it every 45 seconds. They're not like every normal American. This is somebody you like. They're different, right? Whatever, because there has been times where you are so busy that you don't even look at your phone. But you don't want to push it. You definitely don't want to seem too eager because some people look at that as like creepy kind of factor, right? So you wait. You wait for the next day and you message them. Hey, you good? You okay? How's it going? I mean, you haven't heard from them, so something must be going on, right? And this time you give it a few days. You don't want to seem too desperate. So, you're just like, no, I'm not going to obsessively message them. I messaged them once. They didn't say nothing. I waited till the next day. I messaged them once again, and they're still saying nothing. But you give it a few days. Maybe they lost their phone. Maybe they broke their phone. Both are entirely possible. I've already got so many cracks in this piece of shit. But all this runs through your head because you cannot accept the fact that this person who you have so much in common with, who is so good looking, and they said you're good looking too, is deliberately not talking to you. But after a little while, you do start to accept the fact because, let's face it, it's been a while. This person is just not answering you. But then anxiety takes over, right? What did I do? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did I bring up something? Did I overshare too much? What did I say wrong? And you start thinking about it over and over again. It's like you're thinking about it. Maybe you're going through your text messages. I don't because that's kind of weird. But they said they loved talking to me. They said so, remember? And then we were talking about going on a date, and we even set up a date time, and they were so excited to go, right? They said that. They couldn't wait, and neither can I. What did I do? And you know the worst part about all this? 9 times out of 10, they were friendly to you. They enjoyed talking to you. Thought you were a relatively good-looking person. But they weren't interested. At least not in that way. Maybe they liked you as a friend, a good friend, and then you brought up the date thing, and they're like, oh, I don't really like him like that. But they didn't want to seem rude, so they're like, yeah, let's go on a date. Sure. But they really just didn't want to hurt you. They know now that you like them like that and that much. They're like, oh, he's such a good person. They're such a good person. Doesn't have to be a he. That they don't want to hurt you. They don't realize, and this goes for guys, girls, etc., that they don't realize that ghosting you is far more damaging than anything else they could have said. I don't like you like that. I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I'm just not interested. I like only me. You know, you never know. I like you like a good friend. Something to tell you that it wasn't you that scared them away, right? Because if they're talking to you this much, it wasn't you that scared them away. They just simply didn't want to hurt you. Almost every single time someone has ghosted me, they've told me those exact words. I just didn't want to hurt you, and I just figured this was the best way to tell you that you would take a hint. But let me tell you, if you saw my previous dating advice video, which I am, again, it's in the description, I tell you a lot about how socially awkward I was. I forgot that word for a second. I was incredibly socially awkward. In my early 20s, forget about it. I don't even want to bring up any examples. And I think I say that a lot in my previous video. I don't want to bring up any examples because I've said so much weird shit that I am ashamed of myself. I would have punched me in the face. But I thought it was funny or interesting. But no, weird, Dustin. Weird. No, bad. Go to your corner. But I've got ghosted a lot. I mean, I've been ghosted so many times, I could write a book on it. And I have. But the publishers ghosted me. But in all my experience, in all my newly found wisdom, I have developed a technique, per se, that will help you. That will help you not feel as much pain when you get ghosted, because especially nowadays, because of COVID, and people are more socially awkward than ever because too many people have not talked to people for so long. This won't hurt you as bad as it could, okay? Follow these instructions, and trust me, it works. I found this out by accident. Again, in my early 20s, but this was around the time I was starting to finally grow up. I'm a late bloomer. It's still painful, by the way, just not nearly as bad. Let me explain. So it's really simple. So this is what I do. If you're talking to someone, texting, whatever, and things seem really good until one day they don't respond, I mean, if they just stop answering altogether, I have a thing I like to call the 1 week rule. Boom, boom, boom. 1 week rule. Let's say this is the first day of them ghosting you, or just not answering. Whatever you want to call it, it's the first day. Or me. Maybe they're ghosting me too. Both of us. They're such a jerk. Sorry. It sounded funnier in my head. So you start the day with the usual, hey, what's up? Yo, what's going on, homie? How you doing? How's your day going? What's up? I give them literally all day to get back to me. Okay? I do it not early morning, not necessarily morning, closer to midday when everybody's awake and it's like, okay, time to be social. But I give them all day to answer me back, and you say nothing to them. Nothing. Do not text again. Do not say anything. Pretend that it's not even on your mind. Which, by the way, here's a little side advice. Side rant! Thank you, Daz, for bringing that up. I like it when he goes, side rant! Do not over-text them. And I'll say the word almost. Almost everyone hates it when you over-text them. I used to be an over-texter. I think everybody used to be an over-texter, at least at one point in their lives, but some people learn quick. I did not. People hate coming back to their phone, looking at their messages, and realizing that you sent, I don't know, I'm throwing out a number, 25 messages. I don't know how many messages you sent. Maybe you sent 9, maybe you sent 50. but maybe 25 messages. If you're new to dating, that might be your first thought. It's like, oh, that's what they want. They want to know that you are completely interested in them and that they're on your mind. It's romantic, right? Wrong! Almost everybody hates romantic crap unless you're already in a relationship. It's actually a red flag. If they see 25 fucking messages on their phone from you since the last time they looked at their phone, it's a red flag, and it's a much bigger chance that they're gonna ghost and or block you. You need to stop that immediately if you ever want a relationship. Okay, sorry, side rant over. But remember, I used to be socially awkward. I knew none of the rules. I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was like 18, and I fucked that up. And I didn't have another one for at least a couple of years. I was incredibly socially awkward, so I didn't know the rules. A lot of people learn quick. I don't. Turtles, you are really loud today. What is going on with you? Okay, again, side rant over. I just had to get that little piece out. Now, where the hell was I? Right! We're back on the first day of them ghosting you. God, did I have a side rant that long? First day of them ghosting you. You say hi. Any kind of greeting. Hi, how are ya? How are you? I already said that. Whatever. And no answer. You leave it for the whole goddamn day. You do not text any more than that goddamn greeting. Do you get me? You're done. And you can wait until later in the evening. That's what I like to do. I like to wait till later in the evening. Maybe they were incredibly busy at work or whatever, and a lot of people, including myself, look at a message, oh, I'll answer them later, and then forget. Okay? So I permit one more message, but not until later that evening. And I like to say, so how was your day? Simple. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. So, still nothing, right? Next day, you wake up, no answer from them. They didn't message you back at 3 in the morning when you've been in bed, sleeping, whatever. They never messaged you back. This is important. Do not message again. And I'll say it again. You're done. Give it the 3-day rule. Start with the 3-day rule, okay? 3 days. You are not to message them at all. If you're friends with them on Facebook for whatever reason and they're still your friends and you see them posting stuff even though they haven't answered you, do not message them. Do not like their picture. Do not like what they shared. Do not comment. Do not engage. You sent them plenty of messages. Clearly they've been online. If you're friends with them on Facebook, they're not answering you. Give them 3 days. Who knows? Maybe they did lose or break their phone. That happens. Maybe they're on Facebook, on their computer, where they're not getting the text messages because you took their number for some stupid reason. But you sent 2 very small texts. Good morning, how are ya, whatever. And then one more later that night, how was your day? That's all you did. You didn't over text. You weren't over pushy. But you sent 2 in that day showing them that, yes, you're still on my mind and I still would love to talk to you. But you give it 3 days. On the 3rd day, this is when you send your 3rd and final message. One more message. You know what that message is? If you guessed anything other than if you guessed anything other than a simple greeting, you'd be wrong. You send them one more simple greeting. You could say, yo, what's up? You could say, hey, you okay? Haven't heard from you. But that's it. No more. Not a smiley face, not a frowny face, nothing. Yo, what's up? You remember, you're not too eager, but they are on your mind. Remember, you sent 3 messages to them and they never answered. So you're completely in the right here. You didn't over text. You gave it some time. You're good. Anything that happens at this point is not your fault. Now you wait out the rest of the week, okay? We're on the 3rd day, so 4 more days. We're giving it the 7-day rule because I call it the week rule. If still nothing, if they still haven't messaged you, okay? If you're friends with them on Facebook and they said nothing about them losing or breaking their phone, nothing. By the way, don't stalk. That's not a good thing. I'm just throwing out examples. If they haven't messaged you at all, on the 7th day, at the end of the 7th day, nothing. Maybe I'll give it until the next morning to make it an official 7 days. But this is when you do this, and you might think, Dustin, you're crazy. I might be. I'm a good kind of crazy, though. That's it. You're ghosted. 100% ghosted. There is no more excuse. You gave it three days. You gave it 7 days in case they did lose or break their phone. Gave them time to get a new one. They never got back to you. Again, on the 7th day, if still nothing, I block them. 100% I block them. I got their number. I hold down on their number. I hit the block button. You sure you want to block it? Abso-fucking-lutely I do. Okay, blocked. And then you find their contact and you hold down the button and the thing says delete. You hit that delete button. Not only are they blocked, but they're deleted. Did you memorize their number? Not likely. Why is that? Because we are lazy with our goddamn phones. We used to have to write down every single number to remember them, but it's gone. It's gone. At this point, there is no way for them to message you, and there is no way for you to message them. You don't have their number, and they are blocked. They no longer exist. It's almost like they've never existed. Almost like you've dreamed up the whole thing. You know you were ghosted, and it was probably running through your mind, what did I do wrong? But they're gone. They're gone. They can't message you even if they wanted to right now. You are in control, which is the whole point of this whole goddamn exercise. You are in control. I have a whole script written down on my computer, and I just went on that rant. I have no idea where I am on that script. But once they're blocked and you realize, just sit there for a moment and just think about it. They can't get a hold of you. You don't know where they live. They don't know where you live. And you blocked them and deleted their number. You can't get a hold of them even if you wanted to. It's at that moment, that's when you get kind of a feeling of clarity. Like you start looking around again for the first time because your anxiety is subsiding. Because what's there to be anxious about? They're not going to get a hold of you. You're not going to get a hold of them. They're gone. They no longer exist in your mind or your phone. You start looking around and you're just like, wow. So I just tell myself, they never existed. I dreamed up the whole thing. I mean, obviously that's not true. They're still alive and they're still out there somewhere not talking to you. But even if they wanted to, they couldn't. But if that's how they act, that they do not consider your feelings and what they did could damage you, then they're not worth it. You dodged a bullet, okay? And I say you dodged a bullet for 2 reasons. 1, they ghosted you, right? Yeah, okay. Clearly, if this is how you act, probably shouldn't be involved with you at all. But then you blocked them. So even if they decided one day to change their mind, they can't get a hold of you, which is a really good thing because that's that bullet you dodged. And nothing can convince you to go back out with them because they can't get a hold of you. So now that they no longer exist, so to say, you can set your sights looking for other people you might be interested in, right? Maybe there was someone you were already talking to at one point. Who knows? Maybe you were kind of interested in them. Maybe you don't know how they feel. This newer person that ghosted you was a lot more open in the speaking, so you got to know them quicker and better. And so you figured, okay, maybe this one's better than the other person. Who knows? Either way, if you were talking to a new person that you might be interested in, you would still have it in your mind that maybe this other person that ghosted me, maybe they'll get back to me. I mean, I really liked them. But if they're blocked and deleted, they're not going to get back to you. That's out of your mind. Like, how did Harry Potter do it? Just cast them out. Fring. It's out of your mind. Nothing's going to stop you from going out with this girl now. This new girl. Start talking to the new one. Because not blocking them would still have a small piece in the back of your mind, wondering if they're going to message you one day. And if you really liked them that much, it's going to be on the back of your mind, and it might stop you from looking for a new person who you might have a better relationship with. You're essentially cutting out the middleman, or middle thought. Anywho, Mind you, this isn't for people who's been through the ringer a bunch of times, because everybody's been ghosted at least once, and a lot of people learn from their mistakes, and soon they learn not to care, but some people are new to it, or they don't know how to process their feelings. I'm a great example. I did not know how to process my feelings, and it took a very long time for me to figure it out. Because dating is never easy, and shit like this just makes it more difficult. But like I said, since COVID started, people got too used to not talking to each other, and it made dating that much harder. I actually have a friend who asked me to do videos like this one, and the last one. Okay? I brought up the ghosting thing to him, and I told him my ideas, and he was just like, that's a really good idea. Yeah, you should run with that. Because he really liked my first one. Again, link in the description. He really likes my dating advice, because he says I talk very clearly. I don't think I talk clearly, but at least I talk in a way you can understand. Maybe that's what he meant. And he knows that a lot of people need the advice. So, here's where I'll leave it. If you like this video, hit that like button. But if you have a question for me, or you have a comment, or you just want to say hi, in the comments below. If you like me and the video, like the video, and hit that subscribe button. Just go, you see that subscribe button? Just break it. Break that freaking subscribe button. Hit it until you can no longer hit it and it says subscribed. Maybe you have a slow computer or phone, who knows. So thank you again for watching. My name is DustinYDU, and this has been more dating advice. And, yeah. Guess I'll have to see you next time.